Well, my buddy just brought me this 1978 Ford F100, which was a pretty rare option truck when it first came out, and it's basically falling apart. It sat in a field for like 15 years, so obviously they took really good care of it. It doesn't run very well. It's got a smoking problem, and it probably needs an intervention if I'm being honest. It doesn't stop very well, it doesn't turn very well, and it starts really hard. Not to mention, clearly the body, well, it's not bodying. We gotta get it cleaned up because I like to see what I'm looking at, and I don't know that until I slow down a little bit, give it a bath, and we have a little bit of one-on-one time.
What do you need?
I don't know where the hell I'm going with that, but anyway, let's do that first. Nice. So before we dive into everything that's wrong with this thing, let's go get it pressure washed. Probably lose about half the body. That's okay. Oh, yeah, and the clutch. There we go. As this thing is drip drying, I get a better look at everything now that it's cleaned up, and honestly, the corner is, well, it's something. Cab corner, check. That's pretty okay. This fender's not, it's not that bad. There's a dent there. The front grille, seen better days. Dun, 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 dun. The cowl on this side though, that's about, I don't know, a 1/16 of an inch of Bondo. It's been hit right here, or it's got a dent right here. And we got rust up here. And this whole thing, I was told that something fell on it, and it sure did. Well, that's a 1/4 inch almost of Bondo. But the actual metal, other than just having some surface rust, appears to be okay. Yeah, cab corner number 2. And you can't really tell, but maybe you can see it from here. You can a little bit. Right in here, there is definite rot on this part of the cab. So the fender and the door would have to come off to fix that. I mean, other than those things, it's okay, I guess. The idea is to make it just a nice driver. You could make it last for 10 years and look pretty darn good and enjoy it in the meantime. So that's probably the route I'm gonna suggest. Come on. Okay, so the clutch needs adjusted, or there's something wrong. I'm not exactly sure. I think we're good now. But let's see which way this thing drags. We're pulling, well, you saw it spin by itself to the right. So that would mean driver's side's probably dragging, forcing the wheel to go whoop, twist that way. So I think it's the driver's side. I don't even know if this thing's gonna fit in my garage, to be honest with you. It's close. Like real close, I think. Oh yeah, she fits. I'm gonna say the first order of business for me, aside from getting it to run right, is getting this wheel and tire off, because that's the one that's hung up, I'm pretty sure. We're missing 2. Oh, they're broken. Okay. We're good. Ish. Probably. And you may be wondering why I'm not using my lift. Well, this truck weighs about 6,000 pounds gross. It's not disgusting. Well, you just weigh a lot. And my lift is about 7,000 pounds. And it's about 25 years old. I'm not gonna take that risk. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can get this thing to spin over with the breaker bar. I got the home wrecker here. Oh. Yeah. Nope. I'm only saying this because of my absolute expertise, but I'm going to guess that this caliper is absolutely frozen. Just my professional opinion. Gotta be honest with you, my luck with brakes, my expectations are very, very low. Keep going. Ah, perfect. Little spring clip. And this little, whatever you slide, I don't know what that is. That thing, in theory, the completely adequate sized pry bar that always gets the job done. Oh yeah, she's biting. Man, that piston looks a little funky. Ow, I keep hitting myself in the shin. There we go. Ow! I don't really want to hang this from the brake line. Perfect, that's obviously not going to go anywhere. That's a little more aggressive than I intended it to be. As Meatloaf used to say, 3 out of 5 ain't bad. It's actually 2 out of 3, but who's counting? Ow. The front's dry. Maybe that was the problem? Alright, so I just put some brake fluid in it. Now you need to watch to see if we got anything happening. I should have something here. It's dry as a bone. Okay. Because this line, now that I look at it, does look collapsed. Actually, I can see that looks pretty well collapsed to me, or smushed. I wonder if we have anything right here then. I figured we'd have some kind of drippage of some kind. Yeah, we got fluid. So that's probably good for this side. We'll bleed them, of course, the right way. Off camera last night, I bent up this new brake line because this was the problem child. This guy right here. I put 2 new fittings on it. And I'm getting fluid here now. The more you pump a caliper that is not connected to anything, well, the more likely it's going to pop that caliper out. And that's exactly what happened here. So I'm going to untie this guy because that means that the caliper is actually moving. Maybe it'll work. I doubt it, but maybe. I got my redneck workbench set up. Although it feels like it's moving. Either that my ratchet's breaking or I'm stripping the head of the bolt. Not sure which of those I prefer. Oh yes! We can get the caliper off and onto the bench. So the trick with these guys is you have, usually on calipers, you have screw type and you have compression type to get the piston, this thing right here, back into its bore of the caliper itself. This is like the compression type. Put this here, and you should be able to compress this piston back in. The piston, for whatever reason, maybe there's rust or buildup down in here somewhere, and it wasn't compressing the whole way. And if you look, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it's cocked at an angle a little bit. Ooh, I don't see it moving. I'm thinking it just may be no good, which is no good. So good news, bad news. Got it to be compressed, which is good news, right? I don't feel comfortable about that chip out of the piston here. At the end of the day, I think these are relatively inexpensive, so why not just not risk it? And I'll keep this around just in case. Well, that means that we're sort of at a standstill for the brake job that we're doing, but that's okay. We've got some piddly things that we need to work on anyway. But let's get this thing fired up so you can see what I mean. Maybe it'll fire. I don't know. Probably won't. All right. There's a choke issue. And we got a hide idle, so maybe vacuum leak. Oh, it's gonna die. It's gonna die. I knew that was gonna happen. I've already had it running once today, probably about an hour ago. So it shouldn't necessarily start that hard. It's also like 78 degrees outside. One of the problems that is keeping this thing from running and, well, starting easily is the choke. You can see that it's open right now and it's ambient temperature. The engine is not hot at all. We need to loosen these 3 screws right here, and if we go one way or the other, it should start to close down the choke blade about like that. Let's get a little flip to make sure it's nice and reset. That's probably good, so I'm going to tighten that down and we're going to see if it starts any easier. That's not bad. It fires right up now and it's idling high, but it's idling. So we'll let it sit here and run a little bit, then we'll get the timing in. Still got some smoke out of the driver's side. I don't know if you can see it very well. I like how the exhaust is like shifted this way at a slant. So it's been running for about 10 minutes now, and as you can see, it's smoking even worse, and the idle still hasn't dropped down. And you can hear the little pops. Just random. Also make me think like a valve is stuck. If this was a valve stem seal, it would clean itself up. I think we have some bad rings on that side, which is also why I'm letting it run here for a little bit to see if maybe some heat will bring that back around. It's not looking good. Okay, so now we're gonna screw with some timing, which I'm just gonna do by ear. But we need to take that guy loose, and we should be able to spin the distributor either one way or the other. So I got it cleaned up a little. I had to scrape a lot of stuff just out of there. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, there. I'm gonna do this by ear, so I'm gonna see if it starts, because it's got some heat in it. So if it hard starts, then we've gone a little bit too far with the advance, and we'll back it down a little bit. But after we set the timing, then we can worry about the idle screw over here. Still idling a little high, but it seems to be smooth, so I'm saying it's probably okay. I'll bring the idle down with the screw a little bit, but I saw some blow by. Let me show you real quick. Back this down a little bit more. Seems to like that. Okay, didn't try to diesel. We definitely have some blow by though. I just think it's just an old tired engine. Okay, so we know what's going on with that. We haven't done it just yet. We made a new rear line, so that's good. I figured out that it's probably the ring, so cross that off. Because I did this, and I have not done the fuel tank ground, which is this guy right here, just so we know how much fuel's in it. Let's give ourselves some good metal. Alright, get it nice and tight. Put our heat shrink tubing on before I forget to do that. This guy. Ow! It's good enough. Let's see if the gas gauge actually works now. Oh, it's coming up. You see it? Cool. So it is working. It's working. It's just that's probably accurate. I think it's time to yank this back off because we got new calipers. They finally came in. We got both just in case. It'd be really awesome if we could get away with just doing one. A Ford stamp right there. That's kind of cool. I want to take a second to talk about the pad and the anti-rattle clip that comes with it, which is this guy. It's not that long bar thing that some people confuse as anti-rattle. So this is the orientation that it's going to go. This is the back pad, which looks a little different than the front pad. And I'm going to show this at a couple different angles because there's really not a lot of good information out there about this. It's going to go like this and clip right there. Like that. Before we go too much further, I need to prep up the banjo fitting. Don't reuse the copper washers for sure. Copper is a little on the softer side, so they crush down. It comes with new ones anyway, so just use the new ones. So that's how that slots in there. I don't know if you can see this very well from where you're at, but the spring clip, I say spring clip, the spring goes on top of the slide with its little half moon cutouts facing towards the ground. So that's how that goes in there, and you can see it slides over. You put that in. I didn't tighten it down just yet, but now it's banjo bolt time. Playing the old banjo. No, I need you to get in there. Pump the brake. Nope, that's the clutch.
Oh, right.
You don't use that foot. Do it like 8 times and then hold it to the floor. And I'm going to tell you when to let it go and when to do it again. Did it go to the floor when you did you feel anything weird?
Yeah.
Okay, pump it up again. And then hold it. Hold it. Back on the ground. Let's see if we did anything even remotely correct. Oh! We're stopping! Yay! We got brakes! Or something that resemble brakes, I think. Oh yeah, okay. That was the whole point of this whole situation, was that, let me see if I can take it down the road, grab a couple gears, not do anything crazy, and see if we have a driving vehicle. Ooh, that is a long ratio transmission there. I don't want to go too far because I don't think we have very much fuel at all. She's walking all over the road though, that's for sure. Look how low first gear, second gear. We run, we drive, we turn a little bit better. I put some power steering fluid in it. I think the power steering pump is no good. The steering wheel is obviously way off. Our driver's side rear tire is basically flat. We're pulling to the right still for whatever reason. And the clutch. Oh my God. There we go. And we're smoking pretty significantly still. Oh. Rev match. Well, we made it back. It's got brakes, which is awesome. It's running really well, all things considered. It smokes like crazy. I mean, it's gonna need a rebuild, let's be honest. But for now, it'll just chew on the oil, but it'll be a solid, cool little truck. Big, little, big-ish, medium-sized, once it's finished. So it's the next day, and I'm glad I got a chance to take the truck down the road because inevitably, when I'm looking over everything, trying to figure out what all something needs, I will miss something. Come to find out, the steering stabilizer is not steering stabilizing, which makes sense because as I was digging around in the truck, there was this. So I'm gonna have to straighten that out. But what I'm doing right now is, now that I'm trying to do things underneath the truck, you can tell that this thing has sat for well over a decade. Caked. A nice little sludgy cocktail of mud and oil and who knows what other fluids. So I got the truck cleaned up a little bit. I've had it running for about 5 minutes now, and take a look at this. It's not nearly as much smoke. It's a little bit, but I'm gonna take a look at the blow-by up here too. If you notice also, there's no random pops, right? But it seems to be running nice and smooth. Dang it, stupid fan. Come on, don't die. That fan is like 10 inches away from me. I don't love that. If you're working on an old carb, aside from cleaning it up, you may suspect there's something sticking in there. Give it some throttle and plug it up and force anything through. I feel like I accidentally shoved something through there. That sounds good. do want to get this steering stabilizer taken care of. Oh, yeah, okay. That one's not too bad. There's basically nothing over here. Come on. Okay. That's, yeah. We're gonna take that bracket off. Anyway, I did all that because I couldn't get this on here without taking the bracket off first. Wait a minute. Am I the wrong way? Or is this the actual way it's supposed to go? And it was the wrong way. Wait. Because that would make sense, right? And I'm not saying I'm an expert here. That actually adjusts it out a little bit. And not only that, I could fit this in there. That makes much more sense in my head. And maybe I'm wrong, like I said. So you see now, with the bracket going this way, originally it was spun around. And if that's the case, we lose this much of the travel. And what that meant, though, is that this was at like full, it was compressed fully. It had no more travel, at least inward. I flipped it around, and this seems to make a little more sense, right? I do know these are about 48 foot-pounds. There we go. I think we should take it down the road again to see if it does anything different. I did get a little adjustment out of the clutch. I didn't do anything crazy, but it's still not great. Oh, awesome. Okay. Well. That's the universe telling me that I shouldn't take this down the road. We're not getting any fuel. Why? Why aren't we getting fuel? Oh, hold on. Hold on. What is happening here? I was dumping fuel into the carb, and I thought I heard it boiling. That was not the case. Down here, there is an open port. I wonder if it's vacuum. So I'm gonna plug that up. Huh. Weird. It's just running too funny. What the hell? If I put it in 4 low, I wonder if we can creep back at an idle. We made it that far. Any throttle I give it, it is falling on its face. Oh! Come on. We're getting there. Well, that's my cue and the universe telling me that I'm done for today, because that's a new development. I assume when I went to clean out the carburetor, I bet there was something in there and I knocked it free. You might have to pull that carburetor off, unfortunately, and see if it needs cleaned up. But anyway, 4 low for the win, because it got me up over this hill and into the garage. It's the next day, and I want to see if this thing is still acting like it was. Now we're back to this. There we go. Yeah, that makes no sense. It's peeking around a little bit. Look what I found. Someone's been here. This is what I'm after. I'm probably gonna leak fuel everywhere, but anyway, I need to get in here and see what's being pulled through because I don't necessarily trust that it is super clean. I didn't want to play guess the size, so I got all of them. Let me take a look. Oh man, there's junk in that. You see that? See that dirt? This isn't a permanent solution for anything. I just want to see what is coming from the tank. Okay, so watch right around in there. Let's see if we pull some junk up through that. Okay, so I think I got all the information that I needed from this. I'm going to move the fuel filter. Not this one. I've got a different fuel filter, I think. We'll put it on the supply line for the tank. Got my handy dandy scissors. Got that guy there. That guy. Get that on there just a wee bit better. But for now, we'll just let it dangle and see if we got any leaks again. I made it this far, which is arguably farther than yesterday. So we're gonna see if we can actually now take it down the road, because we still have to see if it drives and steers and walks all over the road as bad as it did yesterday. All right. Yeah, still not perfect on the clutch. Hey, the power steering, that started working. Oh, it did for a second. Maybe the power steering probably just needs a bled. That's my theory. Oh, now we lost it. Not as wandery, that's for sure, but it's still not super stable. I'm guessing that's probably an alignment. I think our ride's a little rough, but it is definitely more stable than it was before. This is why we do these things. We're going to creep back very slowly. Oh, okay. Oh my God, look at this. Of the 3 that are on every wheel, they were all loose. Minus the wheel that I pulled off, by the way. 3 of the 4 wheels were completely loose, barely hand tight. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not saying it was somebody's fault before me. Ultimately, that's on me. I should have known, I should have checked, and usually I do. I just didn't think about it. I was caught up in what I was doing, and I wanted to get this out there and test it. Nobody's fault but mine. It's gonna do it on this F100 video. We got it to run better. We got it to turn better. We definitely got it to stop, which it wasn't going to do before. But the next video is going to be making this thing, well, hopefully start to look a little bit cooler. Like, comment, of course, all the cheesy stuff that everybody else says, and share it with somebody who likes really old farm beater trucks turned drivers. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go!